Thank you, Chairman Molinar, and I want to thank our witnesses for being with us today and even through our little break. Thank you. You know, there are some who argue that despite efforts to slow China down, Chinese chip and AI companies appear to be accelerating progress. The argument is that the fact that Huawei is expanding and that China has new and bigger models, new startups and IPOs and rising revenues, sizable improvements to manufacturing capacity, and even plans to begin exporting competitive systems around the world later this year. All of this is evidence that export controls are not working. So what's your assessment of these arguments, and how do you view the progress that China has been making, and how should we be thinking about our strategy to beating our global competitors? And I would open this up for all of you.
Well, Congresswoman, all we have to do is listen to the founders of Chinese AI companies to know that export controls are working, because they tell us that it is working. They're telling us that the embargo on high-end chips, the DeepSeek founder said, is his biggest issue. We hear that the impact of NVIDIA chip supply to China is huge, very huge, according to one of the leaders of Ali Cloud. Another researcher from Alibaba says we're stretched thin in terms of the compute we're able to get. I don't know why we would help them accelerate those developments by sending them more chips, particularly when it's a zero-sum game. Every single chip that goes to China is a chip that American AI companies cannot get. Do we want to help our companies, or do we want to help China's?
Thank you. Mr. Mahmood?
Thank you for the question, Representative. I think the point that you're making about the extent to which China is getting is continuing to develop its capabilities is an important one. But I think if we look at the extent to which they're behind, we see a regular pattern. On average, they're about 7 months behind. There's a question of whether that is whether it's a natural outcome of their innovation that they're perpetually 7 months behind, or if it's partly a result of large-scale theft of our IP. And I think from the evidence that we've seen, it suggests that the large-scale theft of our IP is a huge factor for why they're perpetually 7 months behind. And you need only look to what the labs have said about how much data they're noticing is getting essentially stolen in the form of distillation.
Thank you. Mr. Chen.
So to build on my fellow witnesses' comments, export controls are important, but they're not the whole story. And while we are trying to slow China down, we need to make sure that we're also trying to speed up our own AI development and bolster our own AI industry. And that includes not only our chips and compute and improving our models, but as I've said earlier, on trying to make AI work for the American economy, for the American people, to diffuse, to create new applications, and to make sure that this is an engine of growth rather than a sort of narrowly focused technology.
Thank you. You know, last year, the Biden administration approved over $100 billion in tech licenses for Huawei and SMIC. So do you think that decision played a role in why Huawei is still growing as a semiconductor producer?
I do. I think that anything that we've done to help Huawei enhance its business, to purchase equipment, to be able to harvest expertise both from the United States and Taiwan, has been detrimental to the United States' security. And in fact, we know that with all the concerns around the Huawei Ascend AI chips, we know that vast majority of them are actually not manufactured by Huawei. Through shell companies, they've been able to procure those chips from TSMC, pretending to be someone else. We need to cut off not just Huawei, but all the chip companies in China that are trying to use illicit methods to acquire equipment, to acquire expertise, and to acquire the chips themselves for the AI use in China.
Thank you. I want to put in one more point over here. You know, on April 4th, the Washington Post reported that Chinese AI firms with direct links to the PLA are using AI to analyze and publish intelligence on U.S. military positions in the Middle East. Even more alarming, Chinese companies have supplied the Houthis with satellite imagery and precision targeting data to strike U.S. and ally shipping in the Red Sea. So let me ask you, Mr. Mahmood, how should Congress think about the fact that China's AI ambitions are not just a bilateral technology competition, and that they are already actively fueling conflicts involving China's partners like Iran?
Thank you very much for the question, Representative. This is exactly why I highlighted that very fact in my oral testimony. I think what this should cause us to appreciate is that the stakes of securing our AI stack is only going to increase, and that the harms are not theoretical. It's actually American warfighters that are being put at risk. This heightens the urgency of going after distillation and also safeguarding other aspects of our software stack.
Thank you for